Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? It's Friday. Heck yeah. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. Hopefully it's the weekend for you. If you're at work right now, thank you for watching while at work. You're not supposed to, but I'm not going to complain. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today? What do I got? Oh yeah, that's what I got falling. I was like in the middle of working on stuff and then it's like, wait a minute, I gotta go live in 5 minutes. So I had to like quickly clean up. I still got stuff everywhere. XL Tim Hortons coffee. Ugh. I can't stand Timmy's. Like, the problem is there's no, honestly, McDonald's, if McDonald's were to spin off McCafe and like just buy up a bunch of old Timmy's and just set up McCafes, I would be all for it. Like, I can't stand Timmy's. Like, what are they? I'm waiting for them to bring in, like, you know, artisanal, you know, pulled pork sandwiches or some random thing. Like, you do coffee and donuts. Why are you selling burgers? Why do you have a full, like, oh my God, Timmy's is horrible now. Gary gifted 1 community membership. Cheers. It's been terrible for a while, but every time I go there, the coffee tastes different. Like, how does your coffee change taste so much? Timmy's is terrible. Yeah, so this is the joke. This is how you tell a true Canadian from somebody who is Canadian. Real Canadians hate Timmy's. We all hate Timmy's, but we still go there because there is one Timmy's 10 minutes from me that I could stand at the front of the Timmy's with a coffee and look and see another Timmy's up the road. Like, they're everywhere. Okay, and in a lot of small towns, that's like all they have is a Timmy's. That's like the small towns of like 500 people, you know, the small little ones all over the place. They have a Timmy's. They might have a McDonald's, but they have a Timmy's. So they're everywhere, but they suck. They suck. I'll take McDonald's coffee any day. At least it's consistent. When he throws away a spool of sample filament, correct me. Oh. So how is everyone doing? I'm currently printing parts for my Hedamames and Minamames. Nice. They are nice headphones. I use the Hedamames as my daily driver. They are my daily driver headphones. The only thing two things I don't like. The mic, I leave it, I pull it out because you can't bend it out of the way and it's always there, and then every now and then it gets annoying. So I have the mic and I keep it unclipped and I clip it in if I need it. And I really wish there was a volume knob on it. Those are the only 2 complaints I have about the Hedamames. Is just, I wish they had a volume knob and I wish they had a mic. You don't have Timmy's in Holland. You're not missing out on much. For those that don't know, for those outside of the North American sphere of influence, specifically the Canadian one, Tim Hortons is a coffee chain in Canada. It's been around since, I believe, late 60s or early 70s. It's named Tim Horton was a hockey player. No Gretzky or anything. I don't think he was like an amazing hockey player if I remember correctly, but he opened up a coffee shop and became coffee and donuts. And growing up until I think like the late 90s, if you went into a Timmy's, which everyone calls it Timmy's, not Tim Hortons, fresh coffee and donuts that they baked in-house. So there was a baker in there baking the donuts. And then they got bought by Wendy's. And stuff kind of started to go downhill. And then they got bought by RBI, Restaurant Brands International. They also own Burger King. They are a Brazilian company. So Tim Hortons is a Brazilian company. Not Canadian anymore. And no bakery. We haven't had bakeries for years. All the donuts are basically a generic donut that comes frozen. They heat them up and they just dip them in whatever thing. Prices have gone up. They got rid of a lot of their regular stuff everyone used to like the types of donuts gone down. And then also they keep trying new shit like, hey, we're gonna have burgers, and I swear they're gonna bring in pizzas one day. And every restaurant tries pizzas for it never works. And the worst part is you get Timmy's because you want a coffee and a donut in the morning, and now they've got all this stuff, so the lineups take forever. So yeah, that is oh yeah, this is a 3D printing channel. Hi, we're gonna build a printer today. We're gonna give away some Polymaker filament. Link in the description. Go enter. I opened it up. So yeah, they already did. Oh god damn it. Yeah. And they're always hiring because I swear their turnover rate is ridiculous. So that was the little Timmy's tangent. I need to make some room. So, been working on the Mando armor. I've been doing a bit on it this week. I got some of the... I should have everything from the waist up done, hopefully soon. More pieces. These are done. I don't know where I'm putting all this stuff. I got the ammo pouches for the... paint's drying on these. So, ammo packs. I got to put some magnets in them still, so that they actually stick in the blaster. Which, I need your opinion. I've got these 3 rectangle areas and then this one here. Right here and here. I need to do something with them, and I don't know what color. Should I go with like the light silver? Or should I do something else? I'm trying to figure out what color to do these, and then I gotta do something with... I think this is a flashlight. I think that is a flashlight. And then the magazine, for those that don't know, is magnetic. But real one's over there. This one's a failed print. So I don't know what color to do with that. If I should do something different or that. And I'm pretty sure that's a flashlight, not a grenade launcher. I don't know. Do Mandalorians have grenade launchers? I don't know. Power bar. Orange or red. Sure, make it work. I'm not going to drill out a whole thing because that's all massive. And then I made these, which are little ammo pouches for the magazines. So the magazines actually have an ammo pouch that I can put on my belt. These are just like, I found them on Thingiverse or printables, and I just scaled them to the right size I need. And they're just 2 printed parts. And it's just held together with webbing, like 1-inch nylon stretchy webbing. So these are actually AR-15 mag pouches that I just resized. And I don't know, I think they look Star Warsy enough. Good enough. 2 seconds. Okay. What are we doing today? 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 What am I doing today? I don't know. We're building a salad fork. To 9 minutes into the stream, and we're finally getting to the subject. So, part 4, salad fork. This is a salad fork. It's a mini trident. It's 160 millimeters cube. We're building it from a kit from DFH. If you want to know more about this, link in the description. Where we got to last week, or Tuesday, we got the our XY motions all in. So we got our gantry installed, beds all installed, frames together. We're gonna move on to the tool head, belt it all up, start installing electronics, I think. Yeah. Where did the name salad fork come? Because a trident is if a trident is a really big fork, a salad fork is a really small fork. Blue, do them blue. Okay, I'll do them blue then. Find your local... I make my own coffee. I just buy like the beans from Costco. I don't even know which kind, espresso or whatever, Colombian espresso. And I do make my own coffees. The problem is, I have a French press and I'm lazy. I hate having to wait for the water to boil. Once the water's boiled, grind the beans, which grinding the beans no problem. But then put it in, then I gotta wait for it to steep. And then I do the French press thingy, and make my coffee, and then I gotta clean out the French press. So I might just go buy like a cheap Mr. Coffee. I'm not a coffee snob. So. Well, a trident, if you think about it, is a big fork, and a salad fork is a little fork. Some Creme's Coctado. He sent me some. It was pretty good, but I'm all out of it now. And somebody else was asking something that I saw. Shout out to Joel unboxing. Joel, is Joel live right now? Joel, this is my time slot. It's my time slot. I was here first. I'm joking. I'm joking. What's Joel unboxing? What is Joel unboxing? I don't see it on Twitter. Is it a V-wheel bed flinger? Please tell me it's a V-wheel bed flinger. Like, let's be honest. Going off of the emails I get, it's a V-wheel bed flinger. Okay. So, we got to carry on with the tool head. Now, let me pull up the manual here. So originally I was actually going to go and do a the mini stealth burner. So the upgrade for the mini afterburner that this has as its stock thing. But then I realized I actually can't do that because I don't have some of the hardware that I would need to do that. Mini stealth burner uses a different fan with the Revo. It uses I don't even know. It uses a smaller fan. I don't have that fan. So we're not doing that. Or something. I can't remember what it was. I was thinking about it the other day. I'm like, wait, I'm just not even going to bother. I'm just going to build it stock and put a Revo in it. So we sell our artillery Hornet at 850. Ooh, Sunlu Terminator 3. What is it? They have Sunlu Term. Was there ever a Sunlu Terminator 1 and 2? Who's that printer? It's not even direct. It's not even direct feed. I turn down at least 2 or 3 of these a week, just so you guys know. The problem is they're just all the same. You unbox it, you hit print, and then that's it. Like they're not bad printers. I'm not saying they're bad printers. It's just we've seen them. There's not much new. Okay, so we've done Gantry. So let me just double check. Yeah, so we did that. And for those that are new to these builds, I follow the manual for a lot of this stuff. So if the manual says to do something, I do it. So normally when I'm doing a build, I'll put, you know, we just did Gantry. Now it says bed. Normally I wait to put the bed in last. That's kind of my thing. Beds are heavy and you can put them in usually at any point in the build. So we're going to put it in at a later point in the build. Also, we'll probably have to put the bed together. I think the bed doesn't come together with this printer kit. I'm going to have to put the stuff on it. So let's go ahead and actually get the bed prepped. And we can put that aside. So let's do the bed. Thanks for turning them down. Well, I have one coming. I can't remember what company is sending it. I think Soldering. But I only took it because I think it's cheap and it has bells and whistles. So I want to see if they can do cheap bells and whistles and be good. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know when it'll show up. Hopefully, I'm on vacation next week, so hopefully it shows up before or after that. It's the least interesting printer I've seen since... Like, I don't want to poo-poo on it. It's, you know... But... It's easy content. But go watch any of my recent streams. We put together, the printer's up and printing usually within an hour, and then we just shoot the shit for 2 hours. So volume because it's stuck in UK customs. I don't know. I can't remember the exact model. It is. No, don't use that. Where is? Oh, come on. I gotta have sandpaper somewhere. Where? I know I have some. Ugh. Oh man, I'm getting old. Sandpaper. Scotch-Brite. Something. Oh, I know where my Scotch-Brite is. I know where you're at. No, I don't know where you're at. Okay, well, normally I wouldn't do this with sandpaper, but I'm doing it with sandpaper. It's all copy-paste. I mean, it's easy sales. It's easy sales. All you got to do is come out with a generic V-Wheel bid flinger that just happens to be good enough price and a good enough time slot, and it'll sell. May only cover the toolhead because the Voron docks for mini afterburner are really good and most people use alternative toolheads. Yeah, it's a standard mini afterburner. The only difference is it's got Clicky. So, not the SV05. So, here is the bed that comes with this kit. So this is a 160 bed. Where is my... Where are you at? Oh, it's over here. There we go. So it's a 160 bed. Okay. 160 bed. This is aluminum. It's it sucks that it's got a nice black finish on it because I'm gonna scratch the hell out of it here. But we need to install a magnet and a heater to it. Okay, so we got a magnet and a heater. So the easiest way I've found to do this is to install the magnet first, flip it over, install the heater. You do that because the heater has these bumps on it for the wires and the thermistor. So if you put your heater on first and then you flip it over, you don't have a flat surface to work on. Now, I've done it because I've had to replace magnets in the past, where you basically just get like 2 pieces of extrusion or even 2 books, and you just kind of have it sit like this. So if you ever got to do that where you want this flat and you already got the heater on, just kind of prop it up. But it's easier to just, if you can, magnet first. So to help it stick, what I do is, even on like the bare aluminum ones, I usually use Scotch-Brite, but I don't have any. Normally I have a pad in here. I'm not gonna go hunting. So I'm just gonna use some high grit sandpaper, and you basically just kind of scuff it up a bit. I do this every time I do a bed, and I haven't had anything fail on a bed yet. But because this is anodized, I'm scuffing up the anodization, and it's gonna make a mess. So, it is what it is. Jake England, $5. Cheers. Rough side of a dish. Yeah, you basically just are scuffing it up, just so the adhesive has something to bite into, essentially. Ruined! Well, we're slapping a big old magnet on anyway, so you're not going to see. So, Jake England, $5. Cheers. Today I celebrate the fact that the deal on my new apartment has gone through after 2 or 3 months of soda surfing. Soda surfing sounds fun. Was that with Pepsi Man? Fire, young man. Cheers. Congratulations on owning, well, not owning, but having a place to call your own. Okay. So normally I wear gloves when I'm doing this, but again, I don't know where I put my gloves either. I was looking for them. I couldn't find them. So whenever you order a magnet if you can, that's bigger than your bed. That way, if you don't line it up properly, you just cut off the excess and you're good. So there we go. Did I put a tweet out that I was live? I can't remember. I think I did. Whatever. We're live. So there we go. So let's see. That's bigger than that. Okay, so we're going to start over here. I like to start from the front, because you can line whatever edge you line up first will look the best usually. So I like to start from the front and then work my way back. Actually, no, this is backwards. Oh well, whatever. YOLO. $7 months already, I know. Trying to remember, I think we have people that have, I don't think we're at 2 years yet. We can't be at 2 years. Then who has the longest membership here? It's got to be coming up close, because I remember turning up memberships. Oh my God, we might be near 2 years. How will I get the bed bolts in? Very carefully. People are probably like, oh my God, he's just using his thumb. Where's my $800 Italian handmade roller? Honestly, I've done this with magnets so many times. I find this just works. There we go. Easy peasy. And see, because it was bigger, we have excess that we can remove. So get yourself a kniff. I don't trust this knife. This knife is scuffed. This knife is a little weak. Get a slightly... Is this the sharp side? Yeah, that's the sharp one. Getting a cutting mat is another good thing to have. just buy a cheap cutting mat. Just hang on to it. You'll use it. Too much effort. This isn't it. Effort. There, 2 seconds. There we go. Voila. Easy peasy. So actually that is the front on this one, because these ones are for, yeah, because we use that one, and that one. So these ones are, I don't know what the whole pattern is with this plate. I think this plate's for like multiple different printers. Okay. How big is that bed? 160 by 160. Actually, I'll get you. Yeah, 160 by 160 with a little extra that we're not using. So, okay. Then we got this guy, which we need to put on like this. So we got the one screw goes right through the middle there, but it is what it is. And this is a 24 volt, 180 watt heater, and it's DFH branded. So there we go. Okay, so we'll put that on pretty much the same way as we did the other thing. I think to put magnets on the wrong side. Nope, put on the right side. Okay, focus. See how we have the countersink there? So what, the screws come from this side down. So see how this side has no countersinks? So the magnet's on the right side. Magnet goes like that. Screws come down through this side into the bed. Ruining this nice anodized finish, but is what it is. Make sure there's nothing left. You want it clean. Could have left the edges unscuffed. Never! Battle damage. There we go. I miss anything? I ranted about Tim Hortons for a bit. And now we're putting the bed together. But we're not going to put the bed in. But we're putting the bed together. So I gotta bake it. Go. Right about there. TFH taking trade-ins. Upgrade your printer today. No money down. 18% financing. They don't call me TFH for nothing. You need like a tacky commercial filmed on a handy cam. That, you know, like the car dealership. Everyone knows the car dealership commercials. They're all the same. That screw being there is kind of annoying. That's going to be fun, but it is what it is. There we go. So now we have assembled our sandwich. Now you go over and you're going to preheat your oven now. This is the important part. You need to preheat your oven. So if you have anything in the oven, you got to take it out. So let's go ahead and do that. Go back there. So this oven actually has been preheating now for about half an hour. And you're going to take your sandwich and you're going to place it in your oven flat side down. And then you're going to have to find something that you could kind of stack up on top to distribute the weight, because you got that little nubbin right there that's kind of in the way. So I'm just going to use some spare foam that I have. And then you're going to want something nice and flat on top. Let's see here. And again, this is just to help distribute the weight evenly down onto the adhesive that you just applied. That'll work. Okay. And then you're just going to stack some weight on it. So, you know, a spool of filament or two. Let that just kind of sit there. Go. We're going to set our oven at, I like to go 65 Celsius. Some can go 70. Okay. And we're just going to let that cook. And don't forget to close. And there we go. And that's how you make a bed. So what I did there is basically the adhesive, you heat it up. You don't cook it, but like 60 degrees, 70 degrees. Put some weight on it and you just let it sit. So usually I'll let it heat for like an hour and then I'll just let it sit overnight, just with all that weight on it. It just helps ensure that the adhesive, the 468 MP, really sticks. Most big builds that I do the beds like this and I've never had a failure. The magnet, the heater on this was applied this method and it's 5 years old and it hasn't popped off yet. And it's just a generic Kinovo, just held on with just adhesive. So. I'm holding about even with Joel. Cool. It's not a competition. What is a competition is where I'm going to put these. Where did I even put my helmet? Where did I put the Mando? Oh, it's in the other room. So for those curious, what was in there? These are the. I got to put the magnets on them so they don't. You know, right. This is magnet. This isn't. So this one of the good ones. No, that's not one. This one is. So there's the battery pack in this. So I got to put the magnets in it so that they'll actually stay in instead of falling out. So these are just printed. A little bit of texture, a little bit of paint. I got to put one more coat of blue paint, I think. But it's all getting there. That's the problem with this. It's so much of it is paint and then just wait for paint to dry before you can do anything else. Because you need to put like 3 coats of paint and you got to wait for the paint to set fully between each coat. And you just got to wait, and then you got to wait, and then you got to wait. That's why it takes so long. You got to wait half the time. It's all waiting. Like the blaster, I'm still working on it. It's been like a week because you have to paint the whole thing with one rattle can, and then you got to let it dry overnight before you can put the next coat on, or before you mask it up for the next one. Because if you don't let it dry long enough, you put the masking tape on, it peels the paint off. And yes, I've ruined some parts by trying to rush it, so. Taking it to cons? I'm not taking it to cons. Okay, so we're skipping the bed because we've done the bed. Now we're going to do the belt. Everyone's favorite part of the CoreXY system, the belts. And I don't know about you, but that don't look very real life gun-ish. Like, one, I don't know about you, but the actual trigger, like, unless you got like giant Hulk hands, like my hands aren't, you know, I don't have the biggest hands in the world, but like I can barely reach the trigger. Like this is like Nerf. Basically anywhere that would allow a Nerf gun, this would be fine, I think. Hector for Fabrico made an excellent kit. The silver gray color is superb. Which Hector? This is DFH. Warning with Manta, it doesn't give a serial ID over through USB. Okay, we'll figure it out. If the Manta, because the Manta we're using that HB1 thingy. If we have issues with that, I'll switch it with the CB4. Okay. The one doesn't like belt rounding. I love belt rounding. A lot of people don't though, apparently. So, route the belt as shown. The exact length is not critical at this step, and make sure there's a few extra centimeters in the middle for the belt attached to the carriage later. But be also careful to temporarily remove the adjustment screws from the front end. Remove them? What? Oh, I see. Yeah, removing them might make it a little easier. We'll see. If I got to remove it, I will. So basically, you run one belt. So for those that have never belted up CoreXY, the trick is equal. As long as you build the machine equal, like you build the machine properly and everything's nice and square, both your belt runs on each side should be equal. Okay? So what you do is you run one belt with a little bit of extra, and then you cut it, and then you take that belt back out and you cut the other belt so they're the exact same length. Be already applied on the flex plate? I don't know if it is. I didn't check. I got a feeling it's not though. I've got flex plate. I've got like a bunch of flex plates already. So of that size, like the kit comes with like textured flex plates and whatnot. So yeah, I got like 4 flex plates. I think DFH sent me the sampler, and then don't tell them, but I also have a Fabrico flex plate in black because black goes with the theme of the build. So don't tell TFH that. Gasp. Gasps in Spanish. That blue magnesium plate. What's the benefit? Blue magnesium plate. What blue magnesium plate? You sent me a black one? Oh, did you? Well, no. I got a blued plate. Oh no, there is a black plate. Okay, never mind. Well, you and the Honey Badger plate can fight it out. We'll do some Battle Dome or Thunderdome. Thunderdome rules. There could be only one. That's Highlander. Is that Highlander? That's Highlander. Okay. Belting time. And of course, our belts themselves, good old Gates. Well, Gates Unata. Oh, Gates Power Grip GT. Yeah. So, looks like it wants us to go this way first. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Oh, this is gonna, oh my God, that's tight. That is tight, holy shit. Hey, it worked. EPDM, what's EPDM? Like I could play some EDM music if that's what you want. That's what she said. So I might have to put a probation on that's what she said jokes for this portion of the build. Like, I mean, we are all mature adults here. So I expect the utmost in terms of behavior. Like here at Only Benchies Incorporated, we are only serious, like serious only. No joking, everything's super serial. Do everything by the book, including our cooking. No jokes. Speak for yourself. Okay. So I want to say this actually came out pretty that actually ran really nice. So that runs around there. That's that motor. That's that motor. Okay, so we'll cut it right about here. And now, good thing we ran this belt properly. It's nice and installed. And then what you do is you pull it out. How do you correct the size, correct tension? I just eyeball it. You kind of get a feel for it after a while. You can tell when the belts are too loose, and if you start seeing belt teeth, I find if you're running smooth idlers, like I run smooth idlers, I don't run tooth idlers. They have a tendency to explode. So I run tooth idlers, or I run smooth idlers. If you start seeing teeth marks in your prints, odds are that's actually a pretty good sign your belts are too tight. Okay, so that one is one higher on the left. So I have them together tooth to tooth. So this way they like, you don't have to worry about accidentally stretching them or anything when I'm comparing the lengths. And that one is one longer, so I got to take one off that side. There we go. Belts are equal. So yeah, so when you're comparing the belts, have them together tooth to tooth. So that way when you pinch them and you pull them together, you don't have to worry about them coming apart essentially, because they lock together. Hello from Montreal, from Montreal. Welcome to the club. So now, we do what we just did again. Because we did it, and then we undid it, now we need to redo it. And then also, make sure as you're going through your build, you take this opportunity to remove any dog hair that's made its way into the build. Because I know that happens. It's just fact of life. So this went through really nice last time. So how much you want to bet this isn't going to go good this time? Come on. Where's my other pokey tool? Pokey tool. Dang it. It went so good. It went perfectly the first time. Why aren't you want to work now? There we go. Huzzah. Go. So as you're pulling it after you cut it, make sure you don't pull it too much and pull this all the way through. I've done it before. It's annoying. It's actually surprisingly easy to do. So what you can do is if you have them, like little binder clips, you can put a clip on the end of each one, and it just kind of helps a bit so you don't accidentally pull it all the way through when you're like, especially once you start working on the other belt. There we go. Trying to get these in here so I don't accidentally flop out when I'm doing the next belt. Come on. Get in your hole. Find your hole. There you go. There we go. So that'll hold it for there. Okay. Ah, all the dog hair. Okay, so worry about everything being on the gears later, but just making sure it all lines up for now. It does. Okay, good. No point in tightening everything right now because you got to pull this out to get the next belt in. So just making sure it all lines up. We're good. Next belt. Okay. My hand-eye coordination will make belt threading a pain. You get used to it. I've probably done this like several dozen times by now. Are we postponing the stream? No? We're 3D Experiments. We're live right now. We're live now. He's live now. But I'm thinking, I don't know, tomorrow I might not work on this build tomorrow. I might do something different. I don't know. Or maybe I'll do that Tuesday because I want to kind of break it up. I don't want to do like, not that I'm getting burnt out. I just want to vary the content a bit. So we might do something different tomorrow, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. I don't know what yet though. So if you can think of something random that you want me to do on stream tomorrow, maybe we'll do like another random stream or something. Because usually we do that on Friday on Print and Chill, but we're working on this. So I would say the Death Racer, because I got to start getting that thing built, but I'm still waiting on parts. So fortunately no Death Racer yet. Or Death Racer. I don't think I can do... Let me take an inventory. But I don't think I have enough parts to do the Death Racer yet. Like, I'm still waiting on all the... I'm waiting on, like, the 2mm pins. I'm waiting on the pins. I got some of the servos. I got my switchies. And I need to print the head in clear because the my switches for the head to, like, you know, when you knock the head off, they got blue LEDs in them. So I need to print a clear head, but I got stuff is starting to trickle in, but I don't think I have everything or enough to actually start building it. I gotta check. Hooray for, you know, living in Canada and having crappy shipping and options to ship from. So, and I'm waiting on a speed controller from. Oh, oh man, I don't even know if I have everything because I ordered. I gotta watch him build one. Make sure I actually have everything because I'm building the Pro one, which has a different parts list, and I don't know if I ordered everything. So I don't know if I'll have it ready for Earth. I'll have it ready for Murph, that's for sure, but I don't know if I'll have it ready for... There we go. Okay. So, our belts are run. And now, you'll want them tension the same, roughly. So we put that on there. And we tension them up. And this is why you cut them the same length, so that when you pull the belts tight, you'll look at each one. And also, make sure your front idlers are all the way back. You want them all the way back so you have maximum tension. So go around, snug your belts up so they're nice and snug. And then you're gonna go around and you're gonna make sure, double check that everything is actually riding on the bearings or the idlers properly, and you're not sitting on like the belt's not sitting on a flange. This happens a lot in the back, so you can see it's doing it here. So just make sure your belts are up properly. You're riding on your gears, and this is also why you don't wire your motors up yet, so they're not connected. So you know, not back feeding. Not that that's really an issue, but yeah. Now, unfortunately, I think I forgot to put a bunch of heat sets in here, so hopefully I could do that after, but we'll see. Okay, good. I can put the heat sets in now. Yeah, I can put the heat sets in now. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we could put the heat sets in now. So what is this? Oh no, I might not be able to do a... Shoot. So what is it? It's 2 heat sets from the back. 2 from the back, 1 from the front. I might have to take it out. Okay. My hands get itchy after playing with the belts. Not really, actually. Yeah, I have to take these out. Shoot. Oh well. Belts are all run, so it's not a huge deal. That. That. Actually, no point going to the overhead yet. We gotta wait for this to heat up. The V400, good delta. Yeah. So I'm going to be on vacation next. Well, not vacation. I got a wedding to go to next week. So there's only going to be 1 stream next week. So I'm going to try and do a sit-down video to put out Friday or Saturday. So at least there's something. I'm either going to be talking about multi-material systems or my thoughts on like the Bamboo, the V400, the Prusa, like comparing printers in that 1,000-point price range. They're not, it's not going to be a review video. It'll just be me talking with some like B-roll play over it because I hate doing reviews. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm a good printer reviewer because I don't use my printer. I use my printers somewhat differently than some other people. So I don't know. I don't think I'm a great printer reviewer, but I think I can impart my experiences with a printer. Okay. Plus, every time you ask, I just tell you it on stream anyways. So. Pushing plastics late. That's strike 3, man. Gonna have to ban you, sorry. So, I'll either do a video talking about multi-material or a video talking about these printers. Which, by the way, Bamboo is currently out of commission. I gotta dig into it. I don't know what happened. But the little arm that is used to cut the filament jammed. So like when I push it, like when it goes to cut the filament, it sticks and it errors out telling me that it's stuck. So I got to go in there and like pop it out. So I got to figure out why it's doing that. And then also it's jammed, like it won't feed filament. I got to fix a jam. So. So many reviews are quid pro quo. The problem, a lot of the cheaper printer reviews I think are like that because there's only so much you can say. It's a V-wheel bed flinger that's cheap. You tell it to print, it prints. Here's what the prints look like. Yeah. QC is always an issue with them. They have a thing on their wiki on how to replace that. Yeah, I gotta look it up. I know the front comes off real easy. So. I might just swap the whole heater, cartridge out because I got the spare heater somewhere, or the spare hot end. I might just swap the whole hot end out and just call it a day. Like, I could unclog you, or I could just swap. That's how I used to be back in the day. Back when I ran V6s, I would just buy bags of cheap AliExpress nozzles, and every time they got clogged or jammed, I would just throw them in the garbage and just throw in another one. And then I realized probably a lot of this issue is because of the cheap nozzles, and ever since I started using good nozzles, I don't have those issues anymore. What apron is that? I bought it on Amazon like 2 years ago. Plus years ago. It's Adam Savage's apron that he used to wear before he made his own apron, if that helps. I've linked it a few times. I'd have to go hunting for it though. My mic is clipping. Hello, hello, hello. One of these days, I actually need to sit down and do like a proper audio profile with like actual gates and whatnot. Because literally, I just run my mic right into my computer. And it's just a Windows input device. I don't have any fancy settings for my mic at all. And one of these days, I probably should do that. But not this day. The past few streams? It's been clipping the past few streams? Really? Huh. Well, I actually, one second here. I am popping, let me drop that a bit. There we go. Let me drop it a little bit. Just want to get close, okay. Oh yeah. Well, I stopped using the lapel lav. I used to have this hooked into it, and then I'd run it up, but I just have the Rode sitting right here up chest. So. Yeah, I gotta put a noise, is it a noise gate? Or an audio gate? I gotta look into it. Also, this part is fun to hold on to with a bunch of hot brass in it. Beard amplifies sound. Wouldn't it like muffle it? Like the other day, I made a little video just for fun, and I had to figure out, I finally taught myself how to do motion tracking in Resolve. So I did a, I made a little fun video just for fun that I had motion tracking. Like I tracked objects to scenes, and I'm learning. I hate editing. I don't know about you. I think I've said this a million times on stream, but half the reason I live stream is I hate editing. and no, this channel is nowhere near the point where I can hire an editor, before you ask, because people have mentioned that before too. Oh, just hire an editor. Unfortunately, as good as the channel is doing, it's still we're still at one person operation income levels. Because editors aren't cheap. Good editors aren't cheap. Also, the fact that I don't do scripts would make editing my videos really hard. Gain limiter. That's what it is. Gain limiter. Okay. DFH gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. Thank you. Compressor. Maybe branch out into ASMR. Compressor settings. How do I even do that? Properties? Filters? Properties. Nope. Filters. Add. Compressor. Compressor. Close. Okay, we have a compressor on. I don't know what the compressor does. Peaking. 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 Am I peaking? Actually, no, I'm not peaking. Is it working? I don't know. I can't peek anymore. Oh, I'm close to it. I don't know. First one's free. That's how he gets you. That's how he gets you. Seems to be. Okay, that's good. Leave that on. Okay. And then for FYI, I do run a noise gate or a noise suppression, but I run a very mild one. I run the, this one's built into OBS. It's Specs. I don't know. I just leave this on, and it just kind of, it makes it so that when I'm not talking, there's no background noise. It just kind of mutes the background a bit. Raise the volume of quiet sounds and lowers the volume. Okay. Well, we'll leave that and see how it goes. It seems to be okay. Think about squeezing the full volume range out of your noise. Works to keep things more even. Okay, so we'll stick with that. See how it plays with the music too. Which I did do a poll on my on the YouTube community page. And last I checked, the good majority of people wanted me to keep the background music. Because I know some people don't. I get comments. I get more comments after the stream ends than people during the live stream. Mentioning the background music. And I do get the odd person that said, oh, I don't do background music. Well, I did a community poll and the majority of you like the background music, and it's a majority by a good chunk. So we're going to keep the background music. As for other music, I know some people are like, oh, it's the same music. I listen to stream beats for my background music. It is music meant specifically for live streams. So it's free. So the problem is, yes, there is lots of royalty-free music, but a lot of that, if you use it in a live stream, it will get flagged. So the music I'm playing is music that was actually specifically cleared with YouTube so it doesn't get flagged. Because I've tried that. When I first started streaming, I was using generic royalty-free music and my videos got flagged all the time, and monetization was frozen on them. So I specifically use this music because I don't get it. So if there's another option, I'll look into it for other music, but yeah. Music's on. If you're listening to this on a TV you might not hear the background music. On Twitter, last time you didn't use noise canceling, or maybe your cell phone. On Twitter, what did I post on Twitter? What video did I post on Twitter didn't have noise canceling? Oh. Oh, my LTT drive. Oh, well, that's because I record it with my phone. That I just recorded on my phone in 2 seconds. Shop LTT store. Okay. So we got that. For the, okay, so now we need M3/8 button head. Yeah, that was just recorded on my phone. So yeah, and the Bamboo was printing, and it's the loudest printer I own, so. Though it's just gone quiet. So the music is, when I'm upstairs, if I watch the stream on my headphones, I hear the background music well. That's how I set the audio levels. I basically watch the stream after, and if I gotta adjust my audio levels, I do that after the stream for the next one. So the background music that I'm playing right now is basically loud enough that if you're sitting there wearing headphones watching the stream, you'll hear the background music and it'll be at a background music level. The problem is, I guess, different ways of listening to the stream, you'll hear the background levels differently. I don't put everything as mono. My audio settings are mono. Everything just sent out mono. Yeah, mono 44 kilohertz. That's it. There's no left-right speaker. It's just mono. So it takes, whoop, there we go. You can see desktop audio, that's your music, and mic is me. So that is where it's at. And by the way, this is the same negative 30 decibels that I use when I'm doing on my videos with background music. So that's why I do 30. So. And yes, some of these songs we are listening to the Synthwaves track, so some of it's a little quiet in the background. I actually burned myself quite good on that brass insert. Yeah, mono's fine for, yeah, I do mono because my mic is mono. This mic is just single audio, and I didn't want, like, because I found that out like when I was doing DaVinci. Some systems that if I like my old videos, if you go back and watch any of my old videos where it was just like phone looking directly at the green mat, and I was recording on the phone before I got the actual like setup. Some people messaged me like, hey, I'm watching your video on my 7.1 sound setup at home, and I can hear you behind me because it, I recorded on my phone and the phone recorded it behind. I was standing behind the phone as it was recording. So I'm like, oh, I did not know that because I'm listening to it on headphones that are stereo, right? So that wasn't a thing. So I try to output everything as like blank, stereo, or mono because it just works. Okay, there we go. So the belts are equally tightened. I'll tension them in. Actually, let me see if I get one more click of tension out of them. Logan, $10. Cheers. Nothing to say. Keep doing the quality content. Thank you. I will. It's a job, and I have fun doing it. Binaural audio. Well, my P.O. box, if you want my P.O. box, it's exclamation mark P.O. box. If you want to send me one of those binaural headphones, I'll do some ASMR for you guys. So if somebody wants to send me some, because I can't justify that in the budget, unfortunately, I will do some ASMR. I'll read the manuals that come with the Chinese printers. I think that's actually about as tight as I can get that. There's never been a problem on my end, but something that they see a baby. I have no idea what you're talking about with a baby. Sam Prentice. Oh, Sam's streaming too? Sam, this is my time slot, damn it. I don't care. If he's building a Death Racer, I'm gonna have to go watch that stream after then. Make sure I'm gonna build it right and make sure I have everything. Ooh. Okay, I don't like this. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. So that's we good. Everything's riding good. Riding good. Riding good. That's good there. That's good there. Okay. So I gotta pop that up just a little bit. Yep. So we're good. Okay. So that is that. Need that Dolby Atmos. Yeah, no. Okay. He is? Okay, good. I'll have to check that later. Okay. It's okay to trim excess belt now. Leave at least 1 centimeter on each side. Okie dokie. That's about 1 centimeter. That's about 1 centimeter. And again, all the belts are equal, so. Go. Yeah, YouTube audio. It's YouTube. Like, it is what it is. Belt alignment. Okay, well, okay. Okay. Okay, got a little bit of racking. So now, let's tighten these up. Wow, that's really racked. How did that get so racked? That should not be racked that much. Okay, I gotta loosen these up and figure out what's going on here. Okay, those are loose. Yeah, that's way out. Okay, 1 second here. Might have settled, which it can do that. Yeah, I don't know why that's so racked. 1 second here. Okay, loosen that. Loosen that. Twist that. There we go. Oh, I think that might be why. Ever cut a belt too short and had to replace it? Yes and no. I'm usually pretty paranoid about doing that, so I usually cut them with a good amount extra. But on V226, this V2 right here, the one we're using as an oven, what I do is I trim my belts flush. So what that means on the Z, you know how you're supposed to leave a little bit extra belt and loop it? Yeah, I didn't do that because it was built before we had a manual telling you not to do that. So I cut them flush, and those are the same belts that are like 4.5 years old now, and they're still working. So yeah, but what I do is anytime I've done an upgrade to it, I basically just leave the belts in the keeper, and then I pull it down and tighten them that way. And then I put the top idler on. So basically I'm using the top idler as like the loosening part. So if I gotta redo them or anything like that. There we go. I don't know why that's out so much. I'll have to play with that for a bit. I'll play with it later. It's as close as I can get. I don't know why it's funky like that. Check the belt lengths. I'll measure it all out later. Okay, there we go. Good enough. Cool. Oh, Steve's here. Hi, Steve. Apparently you need to start streaming because everyone else is streaming. So. Not enough belt to have a loop. Oof, that sucks. Belt's luckily not that expensive. So, like, it's... If you got to buy more belt, just buy like 6 meters of the stuff, or 10 meters even, and just put it aside, and eventually you'll build a printer and you'll need it. That's kind of my thinking when it comes to belt, because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to use it eventually. I might as well use it now, or I might as well buy it. Clicky! Where's all the Clicky stuff? I saw all the Clicky stuff. There's one. Okay, I checked to make sure I had all the Clicky stuff last time. There's one. There's one. Okay. There we go. Plug this in. Hey, we're at 300 viewers. Climbing. It's climbing. Like, I'm not one to check my numbers. Like, I rarely check my numbers when I'm streaming. Like, I make it a point not to. But I could tell Joel's streaming right now. Went live and I'm like, that number's a lot lower than it normally is on a Friday. Oh, tripod's here. Wait. Let me get in uniform. There we go. Sam, shoot. Ah. Damn it. Sam, your mug's upstairs in the dishwasher. Sorry. Is Clicky better than Probe? Yes and no. Clicky, you're pinging off the bed surface directly. So Clicky is a little bit more finicky. There are potentially more failure points if it does fail. That's it. Like, it could fail in more ways than the Probe. The Probe either just works or it doesn't. Clicky, you got docking issues. There's potentially more of a chance. But accuracy wise, Clicky is more accurate, but it's still within a margin of difference that you'll probably never notice the difference between Probe and Clicky. The difference is Clicky pings off the bed surface directly, whereas the Probe is measuring the steel underneath your PI. Tripod, $5. Cheers. So many streamers. Sam, Nero, and Joel. Everyone's streaming today. And Sam's here. Hey. I got to make sure I bought everything. I'm like worried I didn't buy everything. So I'm realizing like it's radio and I didn't buy a radio receiver. Do I need a receiver and do it? I don't know. I gotta figure it all out. But I have stuff. I've got batteries. So if everything goes wrong, I can at least puncture these and make a YouTube video out of it. Have you tried Super Pinda? I have a Super Pinda in, well, the not Super Pinda in the V Minion. And the dog's freaking out. Why is the dog freaking out? Unclicky. Yeah, no, I got to do that still. I keep forgetting. The problem is TFH, I put it in the drawer and then I forgot about it. Actually, no, it's in a, oh man, I don't even know where it's at. I got to find it. I think I put it in a box with a bunch of stuff from one of the kids he sent me. The Pro Death Ring. I know, I got a good chunk of the Pro printed. I got to print like the body, like the actual driver stuff still. Actually, once the stream ends, I'm going to load up a new spool of filament in the Cheaty and get some stuff printing. I've not had a single first layer since. Well, here's the thing though. This got a 3-year-old clapped out PL08 probe and it still gets good first layers. So I think it just depends on how consistent your first layer procedure is. Okay, so we need some magnets, which does kit have magnets? And I've seen magnets. I know I have magnets. Oh, no, those aren't magnets. I saw magnets. I know I have magnets. Let me go digging. I think they're in one of these bags, maybe. I saw magnets. I know I have magnets. My 250. Yeah, it really depends on. There's variables. It can either work good or it can either not work. It depends. How do they work? It's probably stuck to something and I don't know where. That's probably where it's at. Because I've seen them. I know I have them. But knowing my luck, they probably got stuck to something. And I don't know where they ended up. So let me just find my magnets. Because I got like 100 of them. Where? There they are. Ah! There we go. I guess, yeah, it has IGUS. I guess it has IGUS. Okay. So, we gotta stick that on. Insert a 6.3 magnet into the probe using a small drop of glue to prevent it from moving. The polarity of this magnet is not important. Good to know. So, for adhesive, we're gonna be using this stuff because this is what I have on hand and this is what I've been using with the Mando armor. E6000. If you have E5999, that will not work. Your printer will fall apart. How is the Cheaty printing? Just printed this. This is actually the very last of the filament that came with it. So this was printed on the Cheaty. So, pretty good. A little over extrusion on top layer, but like nothing I would actually worry about. And also, you know, I printed a bunch of Death Racer stuff on it. So like the main body is CF nylon and it handled that bridge pretty good. Or actually, no, there's the bridge. I don't know if you can see in there, but that is smooth. So, and it's, hopefully it doesn't explode on me. Hopefully. Would you recommend for octopus or manta? Whatever one you can get at a reasonable price, because functionally they'll both be the exact same. Because I'm pretty sure they run the same MCU even. Pick whatever one you get cheaper or is in the form factor you like, because functionally you won't notice any difference. This has a manta though. We are going to be using a manta with this guy. Okay, so we put a little dollop of glue in there. We zoom in. I use this big flat checkering file because I can put the magnet on the end. Focus. Come on, Sony. There you go. And then I can jam it in. This way it's not going in on an angle or anything funky like that. And there we go. Focus. Ah, whatever. You know what I did. Has the man? Yeah, the man. Does the manta? Yeah, it should have Wi-Fi. Well, the manta doesn't have Wi-Fi because the CB4 or the whatever not a Pi that you plug into it will have Wi-Fi. I don't know if it has a standalone Wi-Fi module because for those folks running Marlin, I don't know. I don't know. I don't run Marlin, so I don't look into that stuff. M320 bucket head. Not using the AVE. Well, I don't want to. The problem is I can't say focus you fuck every 5 minutes in a stream. I try to keep the stream PG. I'm allowed to swear like, you're allowed to swear once per movie, right? But this is live, so it like resets, right? I don't know. So this part, obviously no accent because we don't have any accent parts in this build. Oops, I gotta drill that out. And the dog was barking like crazy a minute ago, so everyone's home, so I wonder if I got a package. Focus, focus, camera, you focus. Is that you, cigarette juice? No. I don't partake in the vaping. That is some magic bed adhesion helper. No, bro, I do not vape. Go. So we got that part attached, which is the dock for our Clicky. Okay, next you need 4 6x3 magnets and 2 M312 set of tappers, 1 D2F switch. You know what that means? You know what a D2F switch is for? Down to have fun. There we go. Get a D2F. Down to focus. Unlike my Sony A5100. If you don't start behaving, A5100, I'm going to relegate you to print monitoring duties. Like burning. Oh well. Okay, so insert the magnets into the top of the probe. The polarity is important. The magnets with matching colors in this picture must have the same polarity, and the ones with a different color must have different polarity. Okie dokie. So we've got our magnets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. Okay. And then add a magnet in the back of the probe. This magnet must be aligned so it's attached to the magnet on the dock when added. Okay. So in that case, what we're gonna do is take our dock, throw a magnet on there. Oh wait. Don't I have to put the pin? Oh, the pins come up through the side. Okay, I see. So flip that like that. Dot of adhesion helper in there. Oh, that's what I'm smelling is E6000. I'm like, what is that smell? It's like, oh, it's E6000. And then we put this on like that. Uh-oh. 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 Hey, Calvin, how was your day at school? Hey. Hey, well, there's Doggo. Hey, you want to say hi? Come say hi.
I Coda.
You pet Coda?
I Coda.
Hey, how was your day at school? How was school?
I don't think Coda wants kisses, buddy.
No, he wants pets. You got it. I don't think Coda wants. Yeah, Coda just wants pets.
Just pets, babe. What do one?
Okay. Yep, Coda's running away. Okay.
Oh, no.
1 second. I'm back. Okay. There we go. Don't throw neodymium. I know, but I've never actually broken any of these magnets ever. I think they're so small. Like, I know the shatter risk with small magnets or with neodymiums. I got a million of these and I haven't broken one yet, so I just kind of a little lackadaisical with them. Lackadaisical? Is that even the right word for this? I don't know. Either way, there we go. Okay, make sure the magnets on the top of the Clicky probe are flat and level and use some glue to hold them in place. Remove the lever switch from the D2F because it's down to have fun. And attach using 2 10s. You have? Oh. Well, this is why I buy them by the hundreds. Lackadaisical. Lackadaisical. There we go. Luke, $20. Cheers. Thanks, Miss Nero, Calvin, Doggo for sharing your 3 deals. Yeah, little guy. It was the end of his first week of school. First week of school is all done. So, big boy and JK. Where do I buy them? I just bought them off Amazon, honestly. Nothing fancy, I just Amazon. So if you're wondering where to align it when it focuses, because this probe is down to focus, there we go. There's a little arrow. You line that up with the clicky part. Big achievement, I know. It's what's really weird is when you realize, oh shit, he's like now in school, and you're like, where did my little boy go? Only 331 3,199 more weeks to go. 14 years. 14 years. Get our little M210s. Almost pants weather. It is actually starting. Well, I live in Southern Ontario, right? So we get like, it's the time of the year when the mornings are a little chilly, but the day is still bloody hot. So it's like, it's still short weather. It's suffer the coldness in the morning and then shorts the rest of the day weather here. No, it's starting college. Time will fly. I know. Well, he's in school now. I ordered the frame for this V2 literally in the hospital. Wife was in labor and I ordered the frame for that V2 because, well, we were stuck there for like, I don't know, 28 hours and nothing else to do. So the frame for this V2 is as old as my kid. He's 4.5. So if I ever need to know how old that printer is, it's as old as my kid, or at least when I ordered the frame. First time he drives. Well, here's the thing. He will turn 16 in 2034, I think it is. Because he's 4 now. Yeah, wait. 2018. Yeah, 2034. So the question is, will cars be driving themselves in 2034? Like 2034 is, 12 years off. In 12 years, are people even going to be driving themselves? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so we have this built now. Now we got the lower carriage part. This is the part I don't like. And this is the part I hope I printed because we got to do some wire work here. Did I print this part? I could have sworn I printed this part. Yes, I did. Good, I did do this job. I did my job. I did my homework before stream today. Yay. No, insurance will fight it. Well, yeah, that's the thing. Insurance, as soon as cars can drive themselves and they're safer, they'd rather just people not get, insurance, as somebody who used to be an insurance broker, insurance companies would love if every car drove themselves and there was very low risk. They'd rather collect a bunch of little amounts of money from everyone and have no risk than get more money from people but have to pay out a crap load. Because insurance companies actually pay out a lot more than you think. Okay, so prepare 2 lengths of wire about 20 centimeters long. Strip 5 millimeters from each one. Okay, so let's get some wire. So let me go digging in the pile of wire that I need to clean up one day from the old build that I ripped apart. There we go, that works. Car manufacturer end. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be better than a human. Remember that. So how often, like, truck drivers, the moment long haul trucks can drive and be a less risk than a human, every company will switch to them. They don't have to be perfect. They just got to not hit like school buses full of, kids playing hockey. They'll take the risk. They'll adapt like they always do. Because there's more money into, there's more money in it. Less overhead costs, there's more money in it. It's shitty, but it's the way it is. Long haul trucks are already at the stage. Exactly. The people that do long haul trucking, that's just point A to point B repeatedly, they'll be the first to get automated out. It just, what can you do? More profit. Exactly. Trucks can run longer. You're not paying health insurance. You're not paying, don't have to worry about sick leave or anything, especially, global pandemic. What if we have another one? Companies will always go with whatever is cheaper. Especially any company that has, is on the stock market. They have to. They have to go with whatever maximizes profits. Part of being on the stock market is what it is. So what we're doing right now is we got to put 2 wires up and bend them over. So we're doing that right now. So let's get this. I need 2 magnets on here. No notification. Join the Discord, and I ping everyone on everyone in the YouTube channel when I go live. So join the community Discord, and make sure you're in the Nero 3D live stream channel. And then every time I go live, I @ here, because I know YouTube's notifications are great. The only problem with this E6000, every time I use it, it like always oozes out. Like even if you don't squeeze it, it just constantly oozing out. Okay. So that's that, that's that. Nope. Ah, shoot, where'd you go? Ah, shoot. Ah, okay, those ones are covered in goop. I ain't gonna fiddle with them anymore. I don't want to get the magnets stuck together. No, you go there. You go there. Okay, try this again. There we go. Okay, now I need to put the other magnet on. Right now, they drive from, say, point A to, say, point B. Humans handle the tricky undocking. Yeah, I could see that. I could totally see that happening. I go automation. Yeah, until Skynet. And that's why, and I've said this on stream before, and I'll repeat it again. Be nice to your Google Home, okay? And your Alexas and whatnot. Say thank you. Because when the robots take over, and they will, they'll remember that shit. It's better to be in the zoo than work in the lithium mines. Remember that. Was Joel streaming on YouTube? Or was he streaming on Twitch? I know he tried Twitch streaming for a while there, and then he went back to YouTube. Because, surprise, Twitch streaming's dead. Does YouTube... Okay. YouTube does have raid, but it's kind of broken. So you can raid, but you have to be following. You both have to be following and approved, and it's, yeah. Sanding, okay, why did you go sanding instead of acetone smoothing for the Mando armor? Because I have like 6 kilograms of parts, and I didn't want to, you know, hot box my house with acetone vapors. But yeah, you can raid on YouTube, but it's kind of like funky, like edit. Let me see here. Details. There's a way of doing it. Yeah, I can't remember how to do it. There is a way of rating on YouTube, but it's not as easy. But you have to follow both channels. You have to enable... Oh, redirect. Here we go. Yeah, you have to have the actual like link to the stream. You can't just search. Like I can't just go, oh, hey, see who of people I follow or subscribe to are live and just kick you to one of them. I have to actually have the direct link to it. They did it because it prevents hate raids, I guess, are a thing on Twitch. And it's supposed to cut down on that and make YouTube more friendlier, but it just makes it not work. So nobody does it. So That's kind of the downside. I wish they would kind of retool that. But yeah, so insert that, and then I got to put another D2F right there. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, and I got to solder 2 wires about 20 centimeters to this one. Okay, so we'll do that. So let me get another D2F. I'm gonna put them all back in the bag. You'd think I would learn by now not to put everything back in the bag. Ton of people and only 197 likes. Can you somebody check the like button? Might be broken. Does that sometimes? There we go. The existence of hate raids makes me welcome our... Here's my thing. If you have, like... If somebody, like, you know, people are weird, right? So people go on raids and do that stuff because they have reasons. But if somebody annoys you that much, why would you want to interact with them? Just block. Like, if you find, regardless of what your beliefs are, if somebody does something that you don't like, it's the internet. Like 2 or 3 buttons and you'll never see them again. Just block or hide or whatever, and then they're gone, and then you never have to worry about it. Like, it just screams of wanting attention, which a lot of time it is. People are petty. Yeah. Well, I'm on Twitter. It's like when I see people go on crusades because they disagree with somebody. It's like, if you disagree with somebody, if it's their own personal opinion and it doesn't actually affect the world, just block them. Like, you don't need to make like you don't need to make 50 videos and paragraphs about it. If somebody's personal beliefs, and it's their personal beliefs, and you disagree with them, but their personal beliefs do not actually do anything besides that's their personal belief, then who cares? Just, if you don't like it, block it. Now, if they're, you know, trying to force their personal beliefs and it's, you know, detrimental to society and blah, 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 and they're causing harm to people, then yeah. But if it's just, you know, Bob said he doesn't like this. Okay, well, bye, Bob. Not worth my trouble trying to deal with it. When 00202? Whenever the manual is done. Karens. Can't say Karen, that's a hate word. Apparently, like, the usage of Karen as a name has dropped significantly in the past little while. Bother blocking them, people can think what they want. Oh, I block people on my YouTube all the time. I've blocked tons of people on my YouTube. Like, if you leave a comment on a video that is literally there just to be annoying, then you get, like, I'll block you right away. Like, I got no problem. Like, if it's constructive criticism, that's one thing. But, like, if you just comment on one of my videos, hey, shave the beard, you look like a hippie. Like, bye. Like, that adds nothing to the conversation and you're just doing it for attention. Get back. Should I gotta do this the other way? Printer webcams. Printer webcams. For the longest time, I would just say, get whatever you can get. But it's getting a little bit better now. The C920 is still really common. I have an AverMedia one that I got really cheap at Costco. It works fine. For webcams, honestly, just get whatever's cheap that is a good enough image quality that you can see what's going on in the printer. That's pretty much my gist of it when it comes to printer webcams. YouTube comments are super toxic. Yeah, they're YouTube comments. They're horrible. Like, there are great ones, don't get me wrong. Like, if you comment on my videos, odds are I will read it. I may not be able to reply to it, because half the time I read them at like 1 in the morning when I'm half asleep. But I do read them all. Building a switch wire is CAN bus. I've already tried one of my CAN bus boards and the other one, so it's interesting. Well, I haven't played with, we're doing CAN bus on this build, and it's something I haven't played with yet, so we'll learn it together. Believe that their opinion is worth something, opinions are worthless. Yeah. Manual focus. Yes, manual focus. And a lot of webcams, you can take them apart and adjust the ring to make it manual focus. Okay, so first we're tinning the 2 contacts. And then we're gonna tin our wires. Oh, other way. Okay. Clean our thing. B020. Nope, not yet. Yeah, come on. Oh, that works. There we go. And there we go. Easy peasy. And on this one, I am going to put, I think I have room to put a little bit of, yeah, we're going to put just a little bit of heat shrink on this one, just to be safe. On the Hart-K webcam you installed? I did it on stream. As for the USB-C swap, probably not, because I'd have to redo it all and buy the hardware for it, which I don't have, and I don't really know why you would need to upgrade to USB-C on it. But I did do it on a stream. Heat shrink. Where did I put all my heat shrink? Are you in here? Oh, got it. Got it. I found it. I found some. Found some. There we go. Even if you do a 0-1 now, you can probably upgrade. Yeah, I think most of it is just kind of small quality of life changes, and then mini stealth burner is the big one. Install one in the salad fork. I'd have to buy the hardware for it, and those cams I have to buy off AliExpress, and they take like 2 months to show up. And I've already killed one, and I bought a replacement. I don't even know where it is. I gotta find it. One downside to a huge channel is interaction with viewers. It's tough to keep up. I'll never know that. You'll get there. Hey, you'll get there. No, I don't mind the interaction. That's why I like live streaming. I can interact with you guys on the fly. I can also call you out on the fly if I want to. But I can't imagine trying, like, if I like actual big YouTubers, like how crazy, like Joel's channel and whatnot, or you know, Tom or Stefan. There we go. I can't imagine. Like we're at 37,500-ish last I checked. Yeah, we're putting a Revo in here. Okay, so we're only putting one screw in. Okay, and I got to take the arm off, it looks like. I'm going to leave the arm on. I'm going to leave the arm on just in case. Because that way, if you need to, you can bend it and get a little bit more reach out of it, just if it doesn't reach. Sometimes I have 37.6. Ooh! Hey, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider subscribing. I don't know where that screw went. Shoot, I lost it. Yeah, it'll turn up. Yeah, the arm should say, and actually this is upside down. So whenever you build one of these, you want the arm down. And I'll show you what that means in a second here. So, there we go. There we go. Okay, so this is the bottom here. Okay, so it sits in the machine like this, moves around like that. So see how the lever is down? If you have it upside down, the lever flops around and it makes noise and it's annoying. So you want it like that. So the lever arm is always down. And then if you need to adjust your position, you can bend it out if you needed to click earlier, or if it doesn't reach, or you can bend it in using like a pair of pliers if you want to get a little bit more room out of it. So more technical and less scared to pull us. Yeah, that's another reason I like doing the live streams, is because I know people sometimes have issues with 3D printers, and if I'm doing everything live, when I run into those issues, we can work through the problem. I like working through the problem on stream. So Thomas, gift 5 community memberships. Cheers. No porn bots. The porn bots haven't graced us with their presence in a while. Like, not gonna lie, they have not graced us with their presence in a while. Now, is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know. I miss their emojis implying lewd acts and their creativeness and getting around the content detection bots, but they're annoying as heck. But it was interaction, and it's all about interaction as a YouTuber, right? They found out I weren't a VTuber. I am a VTuber. I'm a 21-year-old single mom. This is a VTuber. Yeah, there's no beard. This is all fake. It's all fake. It's all CGI. Like, if you want to know what I really look like, there's me in the corner. Producer on my Creality. Nice. Maybe fix the bot. It comes in waves. The bots come in waves because they do something to block it and then they come back, and then they do something to block it and then they come back. They come in waves. Neuro filter. Yeah, this is just an Instagram filter. One of these days I'm gonna go live with an actual VTuber avatar. How do you make a VTuber? How to make a VTuber. Okay, M316s. 8, M325, M312. Are they button head? They're button head. M5, M3, M3, M316s, 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 M310. Oh, here's the magnets. I found the magnets. M335. Where's M316s? M360. Found them. There's a dancing guy in the corner in there. I don't know what you're talking about. Bots are waiting on sanity. So, I probably should check this. Let's check this. Make sure this actually works. So, get my crappy multimeter. If I can find where I put it. There you are. Go, Master Crap. Quality, it doesn't even beep. Okay, so how this works is when you have a number, it's no continuity. And then when you get continuity, it does that, or measures, or just, I don't know. So what we need to do is ensure that this probe works. How does this probe work? For those that have never seen a Clicky probe before, it's quite simple. We have a switch here, okay? It goes click. You can hear it go click there. Okay, so this sits in a dock in the back of your printer. This is attached to your tool head. What it does is it comes around, goes doop, doop, picks it up, pulls it out, goes, does its probing, and then it goes, docks it, and pulls it off, okay? So what we've essentially made here is a multi-$1,000 tool head probe using some magnets and a 10-cent micro switch, okay? So how it works though is we got to get continuity between these two magnets and these two magnets to the wire, okay? So to check that, we're gonna put it together and we're gonna touch this one to this one and this one to this one, okay? And we got continuity. And then when we click it, we should lose continuity. There we go. And then let go. Lose continuity. Continuity. There we go. There we go. Ta-da! We didn't break it. We did it right. It works. What is the soldering station I use? A TS100 and a 3D printed holder. Just a TS100 3D printed holder. And then the power supply is a generic 24 volt power supply that I originally bought because I was going to use it for drones. So I printed a little housing with some XT60s so I can plug in different things. So this is just an extension for the TS100. And then if I remember correctly, let me see if I still have it. Where's the charger? Oh, no, that's that. I don't know. I made some like big honking extensions for a charger that I'm actually gonna have to find and use because I'm gonna need it for the death racer. Because that's another thing. You need something to charge lipos. So, yeah. So let's mount this. So this comes off because we don't need that. This goes back down here. Do you have a link for that PSU cover? No, I do not. I found it on, I don't even know where, ages ago. I hacked it together in Windows 3D Builder because it only had like one XT60 and I just like copied and pasted the whole, basically like sliced it, copied it out, and like it was really hacky. And then I printed it. I don't know where it's saved. I don't like, I don't know. I built it like over 2 years ago. Actually, probably 3 years ago. So. That's actually something I've kind of like, I used to be, no offense, but like, I've had people, I remember asking for like STLs of stuff ages ago. And now I'm in a position where I'm the person being asked. And it's like, dude, I don't remember. There was some random file I downloaded and printed off random 3D printing website like a year ago. Okay, these aren't gonna work. Dang it, that doesn't line up. That doesn't line up, shoot. Okay, drill these out so I have a little bit more room. Don't line up perfectly. Let me see what my charger is for the lipos. I have one. Because I bought a drone years ago and I was going to get into drones and then I never actually put it together. So let me see what I got in here. I've got oh my god. Okay, let's check these one at a time. Ugh. I got this, an Eachine something something. Props, I got wires. I've got some batteries. I got 850 milliamp hour 4 cells. A couple of those. Ooh, I do have a radio receiver. I got a this. So I got that box. I don't know. Here's the drone. Here's the quad. I never actually put the receiver on. It's I don't know. Oh, here we go. I got this guy. It's an ISDT Q6. This is the charger I got. I don't know how to use it because I never actually used it. But it's an ISDT Smart Charger Q6, 300 watts, 14 amp. And it's XT60. So I'm assuming to charge it, I got to put, so that's why I made these big cables. So these big cables come off the 24-volt power supply. Plug the one end into the input. Okay. And then the batteries for the Death Racer use a different connector. So these have a different connection on them. So I'm going to have to cut these and solder on a different connector so that I can plug them into here. Because I don't know what connection that is. That's not an XT60. So, yeah. And then I'm assuming this plugs into here somehow, and this is how it knows balancing, I guess. That's a Dean's connector. Cool. I don't know. But I did plug it in once, and it does make the startup noise that the drones make. So it does do the da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. So this is as far as I got with this. I got to put a receiver in it. One day I might actually sit down and put this together, because I remember buying this, and I think it's too heavy to actually legally fly in Canada. I got to look into it, because we changed all our drone laws like just after I bought this. So I don't know if I can even legally fly it. I think it actually is just under the weight limit. Oh well, I'll figure it out. Do a stream. Maybe we will. Maybe I'll dick around with the drone tomorrow. See if we can get it flying. Because I bought it. So the story was I bought everything. And then pretty much by the time everything showed up, it was winter. And then I forgot about it for like a year. And then afterwards, the drone laws changed. And I can't remember if it's too heavy or not to actually legally fly in Canada without a license and registering and all that. So I remember looking it up, 250 grams without. Okay. Well, let's see here if I need to fly it, if I need to do anything. Because I didn't have the scale at the time. So I have no idea if I can legally fly this thing. So what do we got? We got the drone. We got a battery. I don't know why I got a 4S battery, but I did. So the drone is 124 grams, and the battery, we're at 222 grams. Oh, I can fly it. And then the receiver. Yeah, I can fly this in Canada. Sweet. Yeah, I can fly it here. Yeah. Do I know how to fly a drone? No. But by golly geez, we'll figure it out. Hey, I'm legal. Okay. Keep receiver light. The receiver, I showed you the receiver. It's a very simple receiver. It's whatever the cheapest receiver was. I spared no expense with that. It's a 3-inch quad, should be good to fly. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can see this in there. Go with that. Well, first let's get the Death Racer up and going. There we go. Okay. And then for controller, I have, hopefully this controller works with the Death Racer. I don't know where it's at. But I bought this for the drone. So I'm hoping I can use it with the Death Racer. But it is a X-Lite Free Sky, Fur Sky, whatever, Tyrannus, I think it was called. I don't know, this guy. So, this guy. So hopefully I can use this with the Death Racer. I'm assuming I can use it with the Death Racer. I'm assuming most radio controllers are the same. So I'm assuming I can use it with the Death Racer. Yeah, it'll work fine. Okay. Also, how they talk to you, I have no clue. I have no clue. Literally, I bought that stuff and then it sat. So I have no clue how to hook all this up. I'm gonna print the RC Benchy. Okay, so we have that mounted there. Okay. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and mount this part right now. So remember how we lost 2 nuts? No, we'll some fun with your initial attempts to drive, but also destruction involved. Win-win. Exactly. Figure out how to use RC stuff and break stuff, which hopefully not mine. Barely legal drones, don't look that up. Okay, I won't. Oh my god, this is gonna suck. I gotta figure out how to get 2 nuts into this extrusion back here, right here. A main flight with this guy tomorrow thing. I'll have to look it up later. Oh, we got one in. Okay. Okay, there we go. So let's just install this so it's out of the way so I don't have to worry about these nuts flying out. Figure out the quarter. That is something you could do. For those that don't know, you could just drill a hole into your extrusion. Now, it's hard to do freehand. If you have like a drill press, or better yet, you know, a mill with like an end mill, because catching on the edge sucks. So you need something stiff and rigid. What you do is you basically just drill a little hole so you can drop the nuts in. I've done that on, I don't know which build, but I didn't want to take it apart, so I've done it. Okay, those are too small. So it's M3 8. Okay, there was room to slide them in here, but like if you had to put them in like an extrusion that's already like fully assembled and you don't want to take the whole printer apart. I think by V00 I did it because we did some changes during the dev work for it and I really didn't want to take it apart. What's a Death Racer? It is a battle robot tank that you print. It's a 3D printed tank. Go on YouTube, just search Sam Prentice Death Racer. There we go. Okay. So how this works. Okay. Get your probe here. And again, the probe is nothing. There's nothing in the probe. It is not smart or dumb. There's nothing but magnets and a switch. So that gets stuck there. And then your tool head comes by, goes, lines up, and you set it all up in your firmware. Pulls it out. You go do your printing or you do your probing, and then you come back. You dock it, and then you move this way to slide it off, and you're good to go. And there's a little bit of flex in there, so it can kind of move if it needs to. And there you go. Well, clicky done. Okay. What are we at right now? Oh my God, it's 4:15. Mini afterburner. V0 docs, page 104. Okay, let's do this. This is why Fridays we normally do print and chill, because we go on tangents. We're gonna need that. Gonna need that. And I think that's it for that. Okay, so we gotta put some heat sets in. From Steve's stream, the B motor mount has a key that the Clicky slots into. Oh, I'll double check it here in a second. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, yeah, I see it right here. There it is. Okay. Probably just makes it so that it's a known position. So that way the firmware already has that position saved in it. Oh, that's actually smart. Chance would never go on. Look, squirrel. Exactly. Well, hopefully we can get this tool head together pretty quick, because this is pretty much the end of where I wanted to get to today. Because it's Friday. So tomorrow, I don't know what we're going to do. If we are going to work with this, it'll be electronics and wiring. We might do that and then make Tuesday a random stream. Because again, next week, I will not be streaming on Friday or Saturday. I will be at a wedding. So, well, actually, no, I won't. The wedding will be over, but I'll be at it. I won't be here. Looking at the so the problem with like combat robots, there are none near me. Like that's the problem. Like I would love to get into a bunch of like different hobbies that I don't and I can't, because literally nobody lives near me. That there's like no organization or anything. It's not like I live in Toronto or a big American city. I live outside of a smallish Canadian city. So that alone already puts me at a disadvantage for like hobby groups and whatnot. Although I did find there is a maker community in Windsor. I got to look into them, but I think we had one and I thought it closed, but I guess they're back open again. So I got to look into that. Community stream date. It won't be next week. It'll be the last week. Normally it's the third week of the month. Same with the community contest, which if you haven't seen the community contest, join the community Discord, find out about it. We give away free swag. But I don't know what I was talking about. Oh, they're back open again. Or I guess they didn't shut down. I thought they did. University of Windsor does combat robots. I don't go to the University of Windsor though. Ribs, oh man. Not saying I could go for some ribs, but man, I can go for some ribs. Healthy eating sucks. Although, I did break my diet today, and I went to Wendy's for lunch. I was starving, and we were already in the area. Like, ah. There we go. May allow community. Well, I've got a bunch of projects on the go, so I don't think we're going to be getting to combat robots anytime soon, unfortunately. Like, I have the Death Racer. I've got a few printer builds upcoming. I got the Mando armor. That's the one that's taken up most of the time at the moment. I got Earth. Oh yeah, and a family and a mortgage. So, unfortunately, I'm not swimming in free time. Although winter is coming, which means less house stuff to deal with, so that's good. Although, to be honest, we've had like a mini drought here, so my grass is dead, which, I don't know about you property owners, you know, where my landowners at. I love when it's, you know, doesn't rain for weeks because my grass dies and I don't have to cut it. I have neighbors that like constantly water their grass and they're always out there cutting it. Why do you do that to yourself? Why are you making work for yourself? Why? Okay. Like you could not be working. Mow every Sunday. Nope, my grass is dead. Oh, I'll put our gears together here. I did the Pro Strat, remove my lawn. I can't really do that, unfortunately. Because the climate here means if I do that, I'll just get weeds constantly. Which kind of sucks. So we're going to need that. Going to need this. Okay. I got some here. Oop, wrong pin, wrong pin. Get a couple of sheep. My yard isn't that big. But then also I got to take care of the sheep. Like when we got our house, the front yard was all landscaped. It was done not great and hadn't been maintained in a while, so it's like way overgrown. So the neighbors were like, "Oh, are you gonna fix it all? Like do it up and redo it up, bring it back to its former glory?" No, I ripped it all out and just put grass down, and then a little bit. I put 2 bushes that are like trees that you don't do anything with, and then volcanic stone instead of mulch, because mulch you got to redo every year. I don't want to do that, so I have stone. Grass that dies for half the summer, and some bushes I don't got to do anything about. That's it. That's my front yard. I'm not moving anytime soon, so why would I do more work? Okay, so 3 millimeters. Backyard, just grass. At some point, we will set up something for the little guy. So this needs to be less than 3 millimeters, and we are at a little above that. So, I'm trying to remember how I did this last time. I like the way your mind works. I'm trying to remember how I fixed this last time. Did I just hit it with a hammer? I'm trying to remember. Probably. Let me see what I got here. 'Cause I think I cleaned out a lot of stuff that I would have used for this last time. Hammer. Ugh. There we go. There we go. So if you look at it here, the short end of the shaft, it has to be under 3 millimeters. So I just put a socket over it and just tapped the gear cart down. Okay, put a bearing on each side of that. Actually, no, don't do that. Okay, so bearing goes in. Go. There we go. Where is that guy? Okay. So, got that. You need PTF tube should stick out of the bottom part 7 millimeters. This is an old part, so that doesn't have that, so I don't got to worry about that. Okay. Put gear through the front. Gear through the front, nice shoe. And then put other gear on. There. So much for opening the bag properly. Get our little itty bitty set screw. Get our little itty bitty Allen key. Put that Allen key away, get the one without a ball so we don't break it. Can't find the one without a ball, go back to the one with the ball. Hope you don't break it. So I'm using the wrong Allen or wrong one here. Remember, you want to be using a set screw that the shortest one you got, because you don't want the set screw sticking up past. Because if you do, what can happen is when they come together, they'll actually bump into each other, and that's not good. Okay. And actually, let me find a piece of filament to make sure our filament feed path is good, because I forgot to check that. And it's not good. Let's fix this. So I need a 2 millimeter drill bit. Shoot, where'd all my, uh-oh. 2mm drill bit. I think you're in this bag. There you are. Get over here. I missed an awesome conversation about lawn care. I don't want to do lawn care though. Oh no, it's 1.96 millimeters. Can't use it. Again. There we go. Like a glove. That is the first time I've had to actually clear the filament feed path on either an afterburner, mini afterburner, stealth burner. That's the first time in a long time I've had to clear the filament feed path. But also this is the first time I printed one on a cheaty using the stock profile in ABS or in CF nylon. So. Okay, so that's that, that. Get our fans. One fan. Actually, okay, put one fan in, and then I think I got to put the front fan in, then the rest. And these are just, for those curious, just generic GD Stein fans. I always remember the axial fan being a complete pain in the butt to put in. There we go. Nope. Come on. See if I got anyone awake there. It's this little lip down there. There we go. So what I do is a little bit of A bit of shaving. I want to see if I get everyone to jump with that. Headphone users who weren't paying attention. What's the difference between mini SB and SB? A lot easier to go together for one. There we go. Goes together a lot easier. But the biggest difference is it's just it does go together a lot easier. So if you've built one of these before, you'll find it's a lot easier to put it together. Oh, wait, shoot. Yeah, come on. One, you are that fan. Have to put that wire in the trench there. Oh, come on. Wait, does that go in the trench there? I can't remember if that goes in the trench. Oh, dang it, I put it in backwards altogether. Shoot! I gotta take this out. There we go. Yeah, so you go in here like that. Okay. Okay, so you go there, you come out there, then you go in here like this. Come out there. There we go. Good enough. There we go. Okay. So there's all your wires. Okay. Put that blower fan in, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Get our Rebo, which I'm just going to put the knob in because there's no point putting the wires in because we got to run all those. And I broke the one, so we're waiting on a replacement. Happens. M3/8, I believe. Also have NeoPixels. I don't think there's actually room. I can't remember. Unless things have changed, I don't believe so. Making these tiny connectors. Well, you take the connectors off, you're going to solder on a proper connector. go. So you attach that on like that. Bada bing, bada boom. MR85 bearing goes in there. That's gonna be fun to actually get in there. 1 second here. Okay. M335s. Okay, probably out of the normal store stocks. M335 button heads. Did you see the updated heater core? Yep. I might have some on the way because I actually just ordered some recently, so I might have some on the way. We'll see. Okay. So this goes on this guy. Yeah. Throw it out, just make sure. So that goes there. Guidler goes here. Okay. Move the screws forward. And of course, I don't want to go. 1 second. Yep, I gotta drill that one out too. Goes there. There we go. So the problem is I can't ski in there to see how my filament feed path is, and I have no idea if it's lined up. It sucks. I don't like this. I don't like this. This is one of the reasons I don't like this mini afterburner. Like, hopefully your filament feed path is lined up. It's not like, you know, the full size where you can get at and adjust if you need to. This one, it is what it is. Let's see. Well, hopefully it is. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put a PTFE tube in there. Shit. I gotta take it out. There we go. Yeah, so I need a little PTFE tube in there. And it's only got to stick out ever so slight amount. There we go. Use the filament Allen key for the filament path. Go. There we go. Nope, I don't have a bit on that one. Yeah, I'll just use my screwdriver. Nope. Mini Sherpa is so much easier. Yeah, I might play with one of those in the future. I just figured since this is a kit, we're going to build, you know, what comes with the kit. I think that's a fair assessment. Yeah, the Mini AB is Mini Stealth Burner. The biggest improvement is it's so much easier to put together. Like I put one together on the Micron has one. It goes together so much nicer because it's basically this is backwards and it just goes together so much smoother than this current setup. This setup works, don't get me wrong. It's just, you know, a pain in the butt. Arm. M330s through the front. And go orbiter. Nogorot, as I just said, I'm building a kit here, and we're building it with what came with the kit. Also, another upgrade with the Mini Stealth Burner versus this, the feed path is straight. This one, the filament kind of comes in on an angle. On the Mini Stealth Burner, it does not. So it comes in straight, which is good. Makes it a lot less headache inducing, easier to swap filament on. Like, no lie, we probably will be upgrading this relatively within That's the problem. I know why this ain't working. We're gonna have to rebuild this. Because there's not enough wiggle room there. Yep, that ain't gonna work. So you know how we shifted the, yeah, we're gonna have to take this whole thing apart. Okay, we'll do that another day. You know how we had to shift that gear back? When we shift that gear back, there's like, knurling on the pin. That stopped the drive gear for the filament, the tooth gear, from sliding back all the way. So it's actually shifted the whole drive assembly back. And I don't know if you can see, but this plate is not sitting flush because this drive gear is now pushed back. So I'm gonna have to take it apart and play with that drive gear position and bump it around a bit. But yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So as you can see here, basically this gear is pushed too far back and it's pushing on the plate. This big gear. Yeah, so we got to take it apart anyways. So let's take a look here, see if we can fix it. Because we got to take it apart anyways. Yeah, that's stupid gear. Yep, we're gonna have to take that apart. Bump it back, shave a little. I will. I'm gonna bump it back and then I'll just take my grinder to it. But I'll have to do that another day. So that's a future Neuro problem. So M2 self-tapping. Trying to figure out why this is circled. Pushing plastic in the next 10 minutes? No. If you want to watch a speed build, I did build a V0 in a day. Well, V01. So if you want to watch a speed build, you can go watch that. It's on this channel. What you miss? We put together the mini afterburner, but then we're gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take it apart and do a little surgery to give it some clearance. That goes on there. And that goes back on. So I'm gonna put it on just so we can take a look at it. But this is as far as we're gonna get for the stream anyways today, I think, so. Oh, that goes in there. There we go. And then we are using a CAN bus board. So there we go. Okay. So that's on, but it's not on. So I think that's where we're going to leave it for today. What are we at anyways? 453, yeah. So this is as far as we're gonna get for today. I'll take it apart. We'll get it fixed. And then I'll put it back together. And then next week, or next stream we do on this, everyone's favorite thing, wiring. Are y'all excited? Put some emojis in chat for wiring. I don't know, what am I supposed to say to get engagement? I don't know. Like, I can just, you know, but, you know, wiring. I know you're all excited for wiring. Okay. And by the way, you have like 5 minutes. If you want to win yourself some Polymaker Filament, which if you don't want to win Polymaker Filament, that's fine by me. Like I don't control you, right? I'm assuming you want to win some Polymaker Filament, but every stream we give away some Polymaker Filament. So if you want to win some, link in the description, enter to win. It's open worldwide. Or at least anywhere Polymaker ships, which I'm pretty sure is worldwide. So. Oh yeah. I'm like, why can't I pick it up? It's like, oh wait, it's got a magnet. Okay, I don't know about you, but this is actually starting to look like a pretty good printer. Yeah. Yeah, I could dig it. I could dig it. Oh no, all my filament. You're looking thinner. Have you cut back on beer consumption? I never drank a lot of beer. I drink more. Well, if I drink, it's usually liquor. Like I'll just do whiskey and water usually, or even just neat. Ugh. But I have been on a diet, which I could tell because I gotta like, can't see it. This, see all this looseness? It used to be right up against my back. So I gotta tighten this. But this isn't even done the right way, so it's all like sketch. Yeah, it looks like a mini on steroids. Well, it pretty much is like a V0 with all the bells. Like this is a Trident. This is a Voron Trident with all the bells and whistles. And it's small. So you still got your 3-point leveling, but you got a Clicky probe, direct feed. Like it's smaller. Down with the thickness. So yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. I don't know if we're gonna continue with this tomorrow or if we'll try something different, because I gotta fix that tool head. And I'm actually kind of tempted now to swap it out to a mini stealth burner. Put the micro on next to it? Yeah, sure. What is that? Oh. There's a micron. So that's a 120 micron and 160 salad fork. So, yep. And also what you get, oh yeah, that bed's not attached. So 120 bed, 160 bed. As you can see, a 160 bed is quite a bit bigger than a 120 in terms of usable area. Yeah, back in. There we go. Hello from UK. Hello. When is lobster fork? Lobster fork is one of these built with 1010 extrusions. $180 micron doom coming within 3 weeks. Schedule's busy for a little bit. Got a kit that's literally showing up. Like the day I get back from a trip. Ugh, tired. Ooh. What printer is that and how does it compare to the Ender? This is an Ender 3 and it gets hotter than an Ender. Or correction, this is an ANET A8, it gets hotter than an Ender. Almost missed this one. No! That would have been bad. I gotta weather these tonight. I got a bunch of parts I gotta weather. Oh, I'm so happy how this turned out. Get in there. Get in there. Almost done. Almost done. And then, you know, I have the whole rest of the Mando suit to do. So, get in there. A few more areas I gotta paint, then I can weather this too. There we go. Good enough. You can chamfer the hob gear board to get it fit over the knurling. Shaft has the same problem. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a grinder to it and just hack away at it in whatever way I need to make it work. 350 is the 250. MadPad, basically, unless you need 350, go 300. I think the 300 is the best sweet spot. That is a 300 right there. Sweet spot is, in my opinion, 250. I love my 250 size. Don't get me wrong. I love the 250, but the 300, you can do full Mando helmets. So, because apparently that's like the thing you need to be able to do on your printers. Okay, you want to give away some filament? You guys want to give away some filament? I like giving away some filament. You like giving away filament? I like giving away filament. Let's see how many people. 511 people. Oop, 512. Somebody got in. Somebody give me a number between 5 and 12. I need a number between 5 and 12. 5 and 12. DeWitt said 5. That works. Let me copy all the names first, though. Go full Ivan Miranda. I don't have room for that. I don't have room. Like, this is it. What you see is what you get in terms of workshop. I'm currently actively looking for a workshop, or somewhere I can rent to work out of. Believe me, I've been looking. It is simply a matter of I live in an area where that kind of thing isn't common, and budget. Those are my two things. So if you want to help with budget, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Links in the description. Help out the channel. Consider becoming a channel member. Let's just shuffle this 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah, it's an ongoing thing. I've been looking for months now. I found one place and then I realized it was a 45-minute drive. And at that point, it's not worth it. Thomas! Tomas! You have won yourself some filament from Polymaker. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends. Fill out a little form, get some filament. Everyone likes that. Let me pull that up there. Pull up your information, make sure you're a real human. There we go. Put that there, put that there. There we go. There we go. So everyone, golf clap for Thomas. I would consider splitting with you. Well, the problem is, like, I live in the burbs. There's no industrial park near me or commercial park near me where it's like you can rent the generic hole in the wall workspace or shop or whatever. Those aren't near me. I have found some, but they're either way outside my budget, which isn't much, or they're on the other side of the town, and I don't live in the city. I live outside of the city, so I have to drive through the city to get there. And if I'm working for YouTube, which is working for myself, I'm not driving 45 minutes to work and then 45 minutes back from work, especially when I do random times and whatnot. Like, I want something within a little short drive so I can hop over several times a day and work on stuff. Rent a garage. See, MatPat, that's the thing. Those don't even exist. Like, it would literally be renting some dude's garage. And where I live, all the houses are newer build, which means in the last 25 years. So all the houses are attached garages. Like, it is not something that I physically have in my... I live in the burbs. So... And no, I can't just put something on my property. That won't work. One, I can't put anything in my backyard because nothing will fit between the houses to get to my backyard. And building laws, I can't really build an actual structure in my backyard. That would be big enough, and I'd have to heat it, cool it, insulate it. It just becomes massively expensive at that point. Dig a hole. I know. Another 3D printing YouTuber just did that, but unfortunately I live where there's clay. And my backyard is the ground level is desktop. This is ground level because I live in a raised ranch. So this window, this is outside. So the ground actually starts about here. So I'm only like 3 feet in the ground right now, but I'm not gonna go digging through my foundation. I don't think I'm gonna get permits for that. But yeah, if I lived in, an area where I could just put something on my property, I would, but that's not feasible. And I am working on getting the garage turned into something, but it won't be heated or cooled. So in the winter or the really hot summer, it won't really be useful other than, like, I'm working in the garage right now doing a lot of the Mando stuff, put it that way. Storage place? You can't work in a storage place though, I don't think. At least here, every storage place I know is just storage. There's no power. Like, I need to be able to run multiple 3D printers and CNC machines. So, what's the benefit of the salad fork over the Crucible or the Tri-Zero? Well, let's take a look. So if you go to printers for ants, it tells them all. So Double Dragon is just a double V0. Crucible is, if I'm not mistaken, this is a V0 Gantry, I think. Or I don't know. I can't remember what the difference between a Crucible. Yeah, the Crucible is bigger. Or no. I'm trying to remember what's the difference between a Crucible and this. There is differences. I think this still uses 2020s. I think that's the big difference. Yeah, I think this uses 2020s still, if I'm not mistaken. Crucible is belted? No, Crucible's not belted. It's lead screw. See the lead screws right there. F0 is like is a different gantry. This is like a V0 gantry, I think. Tri-Zero is a V0 gantry with 3Z. They're all like basically variations of the same shipping container. Well, that's all. It needs to be heated, cooled, insulated, and have power. Shipping container has none of those. And then Tiny M, which I don't know why Tiny M's on here, because last I looked, unless he redesigned, I think he redesigned it. Did he redesign it? Yeah, he redesigned it. Originally, Tiny M was just, or Tiny T, yeah. Tiny T is literally, I don't know why Tiny T is on here, nothing against it, but this is literally, you can go in the configurator on the Voron website and spit out the specs for a Tiny T. Because it's literally just a stock Trident if you just build it at 150. So same manual, it's the same manual. Tiny M is a V0 built with V2 parts. So it's the opposite of what we're doing. Walter White, Winnebago. I actually was looking into a travel trailer a while ago. Something to do in a couple of years, but not working out of... I need more room. So yeah, so that's the situation. We're stuck in this tiny room until I can find something else, and it's not easy pickings. Print a space elevator using CF filament in a space station. We're solved. Hallelujah, all our problems are solved. Get a school bus. Heated, powered, insulated, air conditioning. And I'm not going to park a school bus in my driveway. So yeah. Also, it needs to power multiple 3D printers, so I can't go off grid. But no, I've been looking for like old workshops and whatnot, and tool shops or garages or just... Also, I did find one place that kind of could have worked, but it was open. And what it means is like it was a warehouse, but it was like a part of the warehouse and the rest was all open. Like there are no walls. You weren't allowed to build anything either. It was like a line on the floor of a warehouse and just said you could have inside of it, but you can't build anything. And I'm like, well, that ain't gonna work. So just buy a bigger house. Ban, if you would like to gift, are you a Saudi oil prince? Like, if we have any Saudi oil princes in chat, that would like to help support the channel via, you know, gifting memberships or other ways, that maybe we could buy a new house at some point, but that ain't happening. I'm a small scale YouTuber here. Swap the master bedroom for this room. The wifey supports my endeavors. More than she probably should, but she probably won't support that. What have you got against Emery? I'm not. I got nothing against them. If any of them happen to be in chat right now, and wish to donate the big bucks because it's, you know, small change to you, I'm all for it. Get an underground bunker. It doesn't work. Water level's too high in my area. I can't do the Colin Frew's route. Does not work, unfortunately. Don't mess with wifey. Exactly. I'm a small scale YouTuber. It's like just on that level where you can do it full time. Which the only reason I can do it is because of you guys, by the way. Direct support through live streaming is the only way. AdSense ain't enough to keep this boat afloat. Hope I win the lotto. I know I didn't buy a ticket again. I'm sure I'll win this time. Get an overground bunker. Of course. But yeah, it is what it is. We're doing fine. Just keep an eye out. Check the classifieds, Facebook Marketplace, and all that stuff, and see. Find a landlord that accepts payments and benches. Yeah, that could work. But no, there's just nothing in my area, and I'm not driving a crazy amount for it. So. Well, that's the thing, Jason. I am starting to turn the garage into a workspace, but it's a workspace. It would always be just a workspace. So, nice 3DP just to help. $2. Cheers. Big shelf. It's the noise too. It's the noise. Like, I can't record videos in here with a printer running. Imagine forklifts and whatnot driving around. Because it was a storage place for a stamping warehouse. And I'm like, no. How much vertical space? That's me punching the ceiling. Worked at mail center. Yep, totally get that. Yep, and I used to work at an injection mold facility, so. Doom gifted a community membership. Fair enough. We're just gonna hang out for a bit, I think. Let's see what we got for the Death Racer. So this is all the hardware for the Death Racer. I've got a bunch of printed parts in another box. Let's see what I got, because I think I'm missing stuff. Batteries, and I got 2 batteries. Brushless power system. I got this, whatever this is, a 60 amp ESC. Got that. An Orbiter V2 mount for some reason. That doesn't go in there. I got the bearings, which these I were worried. These were showing like they wouldn't show up till like mid-October. I got these already. Switches for the head. Got a 25 amp or 25 kg servo. That's for the bludger or not stuff. I don't know. These thingies, flanges, Lezu stuff. So the gears. So I need, oh shoot, I didn't, what is, I need the thingy for able to make it do the thingy. Shoot. Oh, and the motors, which, I need the electronics. Where's the brain for this thing? I got this. Did I need to buy another ESC if this came with ESCs? Because these have these. And this, is this another ESC? Did I buy an ESC? Did I need to not buy this ESC? Or is this, I don't know this. I don't know any of this. I just went down the shopping list and bought everything. Okay, okay, tip, if you're watching me stream, or most streamers, and they start doing something and you just shout no, say no and then why. Because if I don't look up at chat constantly, I just look up like, what did, no offense, Matt, but what did you say no to? Like, no, I didn't need that. No, I do need that. Like, don't just say no. Do I have a receiver and a radio? I've got a receiver from the quad. Somewhere. I don't know where. But I do have like a little itty bitty receiver. Okay, so apparently I bought an ESC for no reason. Why did I buy an ESC for no reason? Because these come with 60 amp ESCs. So I bought an ESC for no reason. Great. That's good. That's good to know. So one's a Turnigy and the other one's a complete no-name, but they have the exact same assembly. Great. So I wasted my money buying an ESC for no reason. That's always good. Spare, you will blow one up. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I got 2 motors, so I got 2 ESCs. We're in the salad fork. And then apparently there's some, I need the smaller, these guys, I need like MG90s, which I think I have some already on hand. I gotta look. Yeah, MG90s. So I got 2 MG90s, which I needed MG90s, I think. So I have 2 of these. I don't know where the bits are for them though. So how do I make, what's the brain for this? Because I need a, like, what does the receiver talk to? I gotta look this up. Let me look this up, because I'm gonna go buy more stuff tonight to make sure I have everything. No, let me find it here. We're gonna do a little smart stuff here. And by smart stuff, I mean save my butt bomb. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I have open office on this computer. Okay. Okay. So Death Racer. So basically, I bought Standard and Pro. Both require this. Okay. So I got the kill switch. So I bought all of this. Okay. Large servo. I bought that. Mark 90 servo. Okay, those, I got 2 of those. Got 2 of these guys. Okay, so MG90s, good enough. Bought the metal bar. So I'm still waiting on these guys. These rods here I'm waiting on. And then this. So I bought 2 of these. And they come with the ESC. I bought this. Bought that. I bought that. And that's it. But do I also need to buy this speed controller? Like, do I need the speed controller, or does the ESC take care of that? And then I need a receiver. And then what receiver? Like, I don't know what kind of receiver I need. Radio receiver, ESC motor. Okay. 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 Speed controller equals speed controller. Okay, so ESC. Okay, so basically I just need to buy a, so I'm missing 2mm pins and a receiver. So I have this. I don't know if this will work though. Let me just drop the quad on the ground. So, because I bought a receiver for the quad, but I don't know if it'll work. Let me just not put that all in there, because that's a mess. So I bought this. I got this guy. I don't know what this is. I bought it for the quad. It's a receiver. I'm assuming this isn't what I need. That's what I got. Yeah, we already did the winner. The stream was going to end, and then we ended up talking about death racers. No, that will not work. Okay, I kind of figured. So I don't know what I need to buy. So, because there's no link in the... Here's a list of everything you need to buy, and there's no link for it. So, unfortunately, that doesn't help me. What RC do you have? I have a quad that I never put together. So I have a bunch of old, like, not old, but stuff that I never ended up using. A 6-channel receiver and radio. So I got the X-Lite, the Tyrannus X-Lite controller that's been collecting dust since I bought it. So I got that, which I'm assuming is... controller, I can find it. Yeah, if somebody could just link me something on the Discord, that'd be great. But yeah, I would like to start building this. Basically, the plan is after I get back from the wedding is we're putting this together. That's kind of what I'm thinking we're going to do. So I got an extra ESC. That's good. Still streaming? Why not? I don't got to pick the little guy from daycare, but I do have to cook dinner for the family. So we are going to end it soon. Yeah, we're gonna end soon. Trying to see if I got more of those MG60s. So I bought a whole bunch of them, and then I killed a bunch of them because I used them in. I kept killing them in the ERCFA, unfortunately. Yeah, I've got an extra one here. Yeah, I got 3 of them, but I don't have the arms. I don't know if I need the arms. Oh. Which Tyrannus X-Lite? I think it's the first one. This is what I have. Let me turn it on. How do I turn it on?
Welcome to OpenTX. Throttle warning.
XJB145. Oh, I think that's the quad. I think the quad's an XJB145. Or is that this? I don't know. Ooh, trim center. I don't know what any of these buttons do. Neat. X-Lite S. Okay, there you go. X-Lite S. Let me check the manual here. Tyrannus. It's just X-Lite. I got some stickers. It's just Tyrannus X-Lite, so I think it's the first one. Yeah, it just says Free Sky, Tyrannus X-Lite manual. 24 channels. Okay. The back just says Tyrannus X-Lite. So 24 channels. I think that's good enough. So all you really need is what? Motor go forward for both tires, motor go back, and then use the bludger to spin around. So yeah. I don't know what any of these buttons do.
Trim center.
Oh, that's trim. Okay.
Trim center.
Okay. I don't know what these switches do. I don't know what that does. Cool. I'm gonna turn it off. Did I have mixing? I don't know. I don't know, guys. Anyways, let me go buy a receiver and buy some more of these. I don't know if I need the MG90s. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, these are all the printed parts for it. So I gotta print, I got most of the drivetrain printed, I think. There's all the SCLs. Wiring. So that's a standard wire. I don't know how to do the pro though. Pro wiring? No. Okay, whatever. I'll figure it out. Pro bomb? You gotta just download it. I downloaded it and it came with it. Okay, anyways, we're gonna end the stream there. I gotta go figure out dinner for the family. So I hope you had fun. Hope you enjoyed the stream. We got that far on it. Also, I found these are battery testers, I think. Yeah. I don't know how to plug these in. I ain't gonna fiddle with that. I ain't gonna fiddle with that. So, shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament that we gave away. We give away a spool of filament every stream. Shout out to DFH for supplying this kit that we are building. If you want to get one of these kits yourself or check out some other printer stuff you don't need at prices you can't afford, check out deepfriedhero.in. And yeah, for everyone who donated a stream, became members of the channel, or gifted memberships to others, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make this entirely possible. I don't know what we're gonna do tomorrow. I'll figure it out. We might continue with this, or we might do something different. I just feel like switching it up instead of another build stream, but we'll figure something out. So yeah, it's Friday. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. There we go. Okay, apparently I didn't hit any of the right buttons, but goodbye.